What is good, Cougar Nation? June 1st, the weather's warming up. Football season's around the corner, and we're coming to you live from Holiday Oil for Sinclair's first ever Dino Day at 8325 North Burton Drive here in Lake Point, Utah. Come on down. Come say hello to us. We got candy to give away. We're giving away some swag, as is Sinclair. They've got some free stuff to give out as well, and then also download that app and get some money off your gas.
And while you're here, get some selfies with the Dino mascot with Sinclair. Dude's tall. Like,
hey.
it could be like a, you talk about the front court. We're going to be breaking down the BYU basketball starting five. That could be a 4. You maybe a stretch 4, the Dino mascot.
Yeah, you can get a selfie with us too if you want. So we're here. Mitch and Matt, 5 years now. Cougar Sports Saturday.
That's right. Good pull. Next week will be the 5-year anniversary of this duo, us, holding it down on Cougar Sports Saturday.
The
getting
second
ready.
longest tenured duo in the history of the show.
That's right. Getting ready for our 6th BYU football season, 6th BYU basketball season. And dare I say, I think the basketball season has the potential to be the best one we've covered yet. Now, we've experienced some good BYU basketball teams during our time covering this program and working on this show. 2019-2020 was outstanding. This past year, really good. I think the second year with Mark Pope was solid too. This one could top it all, though, Matt. And the question now is, as this roster continues to come together with the addition of Igor Dolman, we got to get it. Look, I've been scouring for weeks the YouTube channel, the Real Madrid film to get an official pronunciation, because you want to pay proper. You don't want to be that broadcaster that's saying the name wrong. You want to say it right, because those names matter. Names matter to people. But Igor Dolman, his addition is big time for BYU, and it raises the question: what's the starting five going to look like
he's
this year?
certainly in the starting five.
No question. I don't.
And honestly, look, Jackson Robinson, if you did not know, he took his name out of the draft. He's going to Kentucky. He's following Coach Pope. Can't blame him for that.
Yeah.
Pope got him the opportunity to even be in the conversation for the NBA, so it makes sense that he follows him.
But are you like me, where you kind of operated this whole year, our whole offseason, under the thought that Jackson Robinson's not going to be back at
Yes,
BYU?
and look, I would have loved to have him back, but let's not act like this is Jim or Fredette going out the door.
Sure.
Like, was he BYU's best player last year? Yes, but he was inconsistent at times.
There were games where he was MIA.
Yes.
He was missing. And
he wasn't a surefire first-team Big 12 player.
And I thought in conference play, and I think Jackson Robinson,
yes.
I think he can be an NBA guy because of his measurables. I think that's the biggest thing for him.
And his shooting.
Right. But I thought his shooting in Big 12 play took a step back.
It did.
And I thought the whole BYU team, as much as was discussed about BYU's offense last year, a lot of those numbers, because we watched every game, we watched every second of that team, it was built in the non-conference.
Yep.
And then it kind of just stabilized in conference play. But there were times when you go to Oklahoma State, the worst team in the league, and you get wrecked. And you go, what just happened? Kansas State beats you. You go, what just happened?
Yep.
That happened a lot last year. Not many times. Like, it was still a very good team. But, yes, to lose Jackson Robinson, it doesn't just suddenly go, oh, man, like, KY couldn't get it done. Like, no, it just, there was a very close relationship between Mark Pope and Jackson Robinson, and rightfully so. Like, Mark Pope saw something in him when he signed with BYU. You could have said, this guy's a flat-out bust. He was a top 50 recruit. Didn't pan out at all at Texas A&M and Arkansas. And he comes to BYU, and he revived his career. And more power to him. He could be an NBA draft pick, and now he's going to probably make a good chunk of change in NIL. But now moving forward for BYU in year one with KY, the new era, what is your starting five right now here on June 1st?
Yeah, the reason I bring up Igor Dolman.
Why do we always sound like a movie villain when we say his name?
I don't know. We gotta axe that out. It's because we're not confident in the pronunciation.
Yes, it's a lot of forecasting.
Yes.
It's Igor Dolman.
He's in there, and I like his fit with this group better than
Yes.
Jackson. That's the reason I brought it up. Is I feel like you've upgraded, maybe not in terms of how productive you're going to be in year one, because Robinson, I think, is going to be productive for Kentucky, but there is a better skill set fit, because this is the group that I see it as of now, and I do want to put this out there for my top five, starting five for BYU, Mitch.
Okay.
The 4 spot is up for grabs. Earlier, Mark Durant threw Foose in there. I do not have Foose in there. personally. I don't think that you can start Foose and Keita, and I think Keita is a better pick-and-roll, rim-running center.
Yes.
Foose is not a center. He has been miscast for a lot of his career at BYU. I'm ready for Foose to be an off-the-bench, low-post power forward. So my starting five, I'll go quickly here. Hall, you insert Saunders. I think at small forward it's Delman. And then as of right now, if nothing changes, I would go Townsend triple just based on fit and skill sets. A little stretch, keep the floor open because Young's talked about 5 out. So Townsend triple, you got that spacing, and Keita at the 5.
Whoa, I didn't see that coming, though. Here's my starting 5. Dallin Hall, Richie Saunders, Trevin Nell.
So you're going small then.
And Igor at 4, and then Kate at 5.
You're going small.
I'm going small. Going just, you're going to run them out of the gym, and these guys are going to just put up a lot of points offensively.
And you're going to see a lot of small ball. I just think you start big, and it's probably a situation where triple, in my hypothetical scenario, hits the bench at the 16-minute mark.
I would love it if BYU, if they could get Berke Baiamonte from UCLA, the transfer, they could get him.
He would slide in perfectly.
This team could be a top 4 team in the Big 12 if they got him. And because he's someone also viewed as a potential NBA draft pick. And he didn't live up to those lofty expectations last year at UCLA, kind of dealt with a transfer issue. NCAA didn't clear him. Then he dealt with injuries. So it was kind of an up-and-down year, and it was all kind of freshman-laden team with Mick Cronin at UCLA last year. But if they could get him, watch out. And look, I think it's still they watch out with this BYU team this year with the current roster, but I just think that they're missing another piece in that front court before it could really go, okay, they're top 3. They might be good enough to compete with the big dogs in the Big 12. So, but yeah, I think it's a really good starting 5. And there's a lot of options. I mean, you could go a lot of different ways, but I do believe when you get Igor, you're Kevin Young, you say, we're going to start you. We're not going to dink around and say, oh, you're going to earn it. Like, you're starting that starting 5.
For sure. And small forward, where it needs to be. Speaking of competing, Dino Day is competing for our hearts. This is such a fun time of year. I love dinosaurs. And then I also love saving money, Mitch. That's another thing about me that I love. And now you bring it all together with Dino Day and Sinclair. We got Lauren back with us. Remind those who are maybe just tuning in for the first time on the show, Lauren, the significance of Dino Day and what it means for their wallet.
Yeah. If they come in today, they get 30 cents off every single gallon of premium gas that they put in their car.
And we just discussed how critical it is to put premium gas in your car. 200,000 miles Lauren has driven since 2016 on the premium grade with just preventative maintenance. Think about that. So when you want to save a few dollars on a lower level fuel, but then you're getting repairs every couple years, maybe you should have just used the DinoPay app and gotten the better fuel.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Also, when you say I've driven 200,000 miles in the last couple of years, like
that's also
crazy.
Where are you going?
I know.
Making a lot of Ohio to Utah.
She's going to Destin. She's visiting family in Alaska.
Too much in a car.
You know, Matt, when you said you love dinosaurs, I think back to that we were talking earlier with Lauren about our favorite movie scenes with dinosaurs. Think of Step Brothers. I just want to grow up and be a dinosaur. That's how I'm feeling today. I see the mascot. I love the Dino Day. Is that even possible?
What is your favorite scene of Jurassic Park, the OG?
Oh, I have one.
Okay,
my favorite one is when they are in the car and then the dinosaur is just messing with that car and flipping it and doing all sorts of stuff, and they're like under the car.
And Jeff Goldblum's hiding in the bathroom. Is that scene?
I always just think of the coffee. Was it the coffee like shaking? That's just like
it is. That is cinema at its finest.
Yes.
The way that is one of the great scenes in the history of cinema.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, that's just a great one.
I love it. Well,
happy Dinosaur Day, and we're celebrating throughout the state and the nation with Sinclair Dino Day. Lauren's been with us. We're going to be here till 3 o'clock, so if you got any questions at the pump, Lauren can help you and kind of answer your questions to save you up to 30 cents off per gallon on that premium fuel out here at Holiday Gas Station and with Sinclair. So taking a break. On the other side, we'll continue to talk BYU and the Big 12 as the Big 12 spring business meetings concluded this week in Dallas.